Hi, I'm Ryan Slee, a product manager at Minds, and I want to show you how easily you can set up your own social app using Minds Networks, which you can then use to grow a community of your most engaged fans. You can build up your mailing list. You can sell memberships without any platform fees. You can add value to an existing membership offering, or even get your brand into the Android and iOS app stores. And it's super easy. In fact, we've made it easier, I think, than setting up most forum softwares. It's about as easy as setting up a Discord server, to be honest. But the difference is that this is an app that you own. And by that, I mean that the social app carries your own branding. It lives on your domain. All of the users that you onboard into it are your users. You could export them to MailChimp, into your own CRM, whatever it is that you use. And when you sell memberships, it goes to your own Stripe account. You can even integrate the social features of the app into your own existing website. And like I mentioned, you can launch a mobile app using Minds Networks, and that mobile app will exist on your own Android and iOS app accounts. And of course, we are open source software. So if at any point you outgrow our hosted solution, you can just fork the code and run it yourself. So to get started, let's just go ahead and head over to minds.com and choose to launch an app. So now from here, you can scroll down and see our different plans. The difference between the plans isn't really in the features. They all are fully featured. It just comes down to usage, which is what we bill on. We do also have a free trial that is also fully featured. And if you want to check out all of the features, you can do that without having to use a credit card. But for now, let's go ahead and choose the community plan and continue with this. And because we're starting from square one here, I got to set up a minds.com account to check out. Just for demo purposes, I'm kind of operating from the perspective of a fictional new media company called Neverboard. We are a enthusiast woodworking group that I've just invented for the purposes of this demo, but hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do. After verifying my email address, I can go ahead and continue with the checkout. And there are some other add-ons here that you can explore if you want to, but for now, we'll just continue with the community plan. And just like that, I've purchased my own community app and I'm ready to get started. The first thing that's going to happen is you're going to click Setup Network, and it's going to ask you to choose your network handle. So basically, this will be the username of the root account on your network. It can be the same as the username that you chose for your Minds.com account, but importantly, it doesn't have to. Just in case, your username was taken on Minds.com, now here on your own network, there are no other usernames to conflict with, so you can choose whatever you'd like. So now you're going to land in the admin section of your network where you can customize, personalize it, make it look like your own. But before we dive into that, I did want to give you a quick tour of the app just so you know what you're looking at. Up top, you've got the news feed. This is where you're going to see the latest posts from channels and groups that you subscribe to. In the Explore feed, you're going to see basically all the top trending content from across the network. And in groups, this is where you can create specific spaces to have more topical conversations. You can also create members-only groups that you invite people to once they become members. All right, let's head back into the admin tools and start personalizing the network. Like I mentioned up front, I'm working from the perspective of a fictional woodworking group called Neverboard. So we'll name our network Neverboard. Go ahead and set that as the network name. Also on this page, you can configure your reply to email address so that any email communications that come from your network to your users are going to carry your branding in them. And then you can also configure featured users, which is actually a really important feature of Minds Networks. Basically, anytime a new user joins your network, they're going to be automatically subscribed to the users and the groups that you specify here. It's kind of a good way to build up community quickly and make sure that when they land on your newsfeed, it's not going to be empty. It's going to be full of really good content that you want them to see. For the purposes here, we'll go ahead and configure the admin account that we just created so that, anytime a new user joins, they're going to be automatically subscribed to my admin account and automatically seeing posts that that account has made. Also, we've got this little notification bell down here, which you can ding. And basically what that will do is it will enable post notifications for that account. So anytime the admin account posts, anyone who's subscribed to it is going to get notified. Now let's go ahead and start customizing the appearance of the network to make it start feeling even more like my own. Go into the Appearance tab. You can customize your own brand color. You can choose a light mode or a dark mode. And of course, upload your own logos, which I've conveniently got prepared here. Let me upload these real quick. You can even customize your favicon. and we'll set our custom color. And with all that set, we'll hit Save Assets, and this thing should refresh and automatically start reflecting our new custom logo and colors. All right, so it's looking pretty good now, but that URL, not so catchy. I really would like it if this was running on my own domain, which thankfully we support. So click into domain and we can set up our custom domain. Now, the exact process here can vary depending on who your domain provider is, but I'll show you what it looks like with my domain provider, which is hover.com. So I want this to appear at neverboard.something.link. And yes, this is my address. Once we do that, we're going to get the values that we need to set in our DNS. And I know that sounds scary, but it's pretty easy. Basically, we just need to create new CNAME and TXT records, and I'll show you what that looks like. So that's how you do the CNAME, and then we will add our TXT record real quick. And once those are configured, we can just come over here, and this value that says pending user input, it should switch to configured correctly. How long this takes can depend on your domain provider. Sometimes it works within a couple of minutes, and sometimes it can take up to 24 hours, unfortunately, but usually it's pretty quick. And of course, as soon as I stopped recording, the configuration was finished. You can see here, it says domain configured successfully. So now if I go to neverboard.something.link, which again, just kind of our fictional domain here, you can see that the network is now loading and you are now ready to start inviting people to join your social app. Of course, you might want to go ahead and set up some groups so you can organize conversation around topics that are relevant to your community. Maybe set up some memberships so that when people join your network, they've got something to pay you for. And I also recommend seeding the app with some content, maybe some original content. Again, give people a little taste of what to expect, but that is basically how easy it is to set up a social network of your own using Minds Networks. And of course, we've really just scratched the surface. If you want to check out the full feature set, including like adding comments to your website or setting up your own mobile app without any code, head over to minds.com, start a free trial today.